The kitchen smelled of frying pepper and coconut oil, the kind of heat that wraps around you like an old shawl. Madame Tolu moved through it with the easy authority of someone who had run a household for years, a wooden spoon in one hand, a towel thrown over her shoulder. A bike, her maid, bustled in and out, basket swinging, humming under her breath. It was ordinary, warm light through the window, the radio faintly playing, the clink of pot against pot. "Take this and buy green peppers," Madame Tolu said, pressing money into a bike's palm. The girl bent in a gesture of respect and slipped out, the door closing behind her with a soft click. In the hurry she left her phone on the counter, face down beside the chopping board. For a moment the world contracted to the rhythm of domestic tasks: chop, stir, taste. The phone buzzed. Once. Twice. Thrice. Madame Tolu didn't look up. Household life had taught her to ignore the small disturbances that belonged to other people. She wiped a smear of oil from a pot and hummed the line of an old hymn. Then the buzzing turned to ringing, sharp, urgent, an insistent sound that cut across the ordinary. Madame Tolu frowned, annoyed at the interruption. She picked up the phone with a practiced reluctance, expecting a message about debtors or a neighbor's request. The screen lit like a trapdoor. "If you don't bring your madam's second child as promised, I will expose you to your madam, and tell her that you are responsible for her missing child. You have 48 hours. The words were not just words, they were nails hammered into the quiet of the kitchen. They flashed and reflashed as if the screen itself were trying to make her believe it. Madame Tolu read them again because reading once felt like a mistake. This could not be about her. Yet every letter rearranged itself into a map she knew too well, promises whispered in panic, favors done in the shadow of death. She searched her memory like one might search a locked drawer. Faces came, faint, half remembered, a sleeping cheek, a hand that clutched her finger for warmth. She had told herself the past was a sealed room. The message had the key. Her hands went numb. The spoon slipped and clattered to the tiles. Steam seemed to thicken into a wall between her and the world. Practical thoughts rushed in: call a bike, dial the number, tell her husband, go to the police, but each idea felt distant, as if spoken through water. The 48 hours on the screen became a tiny clock in her bones, ticking down with each breath. Madame Tolu's knees folded. The floor rose up to meet her. She tried to steady herself against the counter, her fingers found the cold edge and slipped. The message glowed, small and merciless, and all the air seemed to leave the room. She collapsed to the ground, the phone still warm in her hand, the thread pulsing in that little rectangle of light, 48 hours of a life unraveling, and the sad pain and memories she had thought buried now scraping at the surface with hungry nails. She pulled herself up, gathered all her strength, pick up her phone and call her husband. "Daddy Toby, quickly come home now, with the police."